Warning, this is not a how-to, step-by-step, or instructional channel. We are not professionals. Everything you see is real and not rehearsed. Following our instructions may result in you redoing the job over. Enjoy. Welcome back to Junker Clunkers. I am Grady, your host, as normal. We got Brent, the technician. Hopefully you can see him over here.
Hi.
We've got the Falcon. Delivery is above us right now. I'm not sure if you can tell. We're going to try and knock off a few things on the list that it really should have before we go to the car show. I checked the front end. The front end's kind of loose. It really does need an overhaul. But guys, we're going a half a mile down the road to a car show, and where it doesn't have brake lights and it doesn't have blinkers, I'm not going to be driving it any more than to the car show and back this year, which is kind of sad because I kind of want to cruise this thing around. But in reality, safety, I know I shouldn't be doing it. So that being said, and because of the price of everything right now, once again, the tie rods, ball joints, stuff like that is going to have to wait until next year. They're not falling out loose, but they're loose. So what we are going to do is we're going to grease everything, get all the old crappy grease out of there, put in some new grease. We're going to repack the wheel bearings and just clean everything up, make it better than what it is.
Shelby's playing with the cord.
Shelby is playing with the cord. I wish you guys could see this right now. It's kind of funny. She's pushing the cord and it's just swinging back and forth. But anyhow, so we addressed the tie rods. We're going to do those at some point in time. Rich, the gentleman we purchased it from, did front brake shoes, hardware, the whole nine there. So we don't have to worry about that. We are going to readjust those because he didn't have everything all hooked up at the time, so he wasn't able to adjust them right. So those will be adjusted in this video. Let's see, working our way this way. Transmission. In the video that you guys have seen, more than likely you've seen, the transmission is shifting like it should. However, it's kicking out a third and then hopping back in. So I'm thinking it's a fluid level thing. While it's in the air, I can see that it's leaking. So we just ordered the gasket. Apparently there's no filter for this. I'm not really convinced on that. So we're going to pop this off and make sure that there isn't a filter. I mean, regardless, we're going to take the cover off anyhow. Parts are not in today, but that's not going to affect you guys. That's just going to affect us. Let's see. Now we're working our way back even more. The pinion seal to the rear differential is leaking. I've ordered that. We're going to do a service on that too. We don't know when the last time that was done and how much is in it, so we need to make sure we can get the plug out of it and then we can service it. Rear brake line. We're going to run a new rear brake line. Rich was nice enough to give us the wheel cylinders and the hardware and everything we need for that. I believe he gave us the flexi hose too. What else are we going to do in this video, Brent?
What else are we doing? Yeah.
He doesn't know. He doesn't want to know. Oh, rims and tires. More than likely you guys are going to see either in this video or in the video before that I cleaned up the rims that came off in the Mustang, because we got a 5-lug conversion coming for that. I already have it, actually. I've had it for like 6 years. So that no longer needs 4-lug rims. The 4-lug rims are going to fit perfect on this. Plus it upgrades it a little bit because they came stock with 13s. The Falcon in 61 did. I'm going to save the old wheels, but trying to find tires for those is almost damn near impossible. So we have brand new tires. I'm a little upset with that, but the place where I got them from, I purchased white wall tires. They came in as black wall. I contacted the company. They said there's nothing they can do. So unfortunately, we're stuck with black wall. There is another option that we can put white walls on black walls, but it's just too pricey and money's tight is what I'm saying, guys. So let's get into this video. I'm gonna stop chatting and Yeah. I think first thing I'm gonna do is just drop this yeah, this pan and see what the fluid looks like, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so we got 14 bolts, and we got our old friend Mr. Ratchety. Not 100% necessity, but I tell you, this thing works great. Love it. Makes the job a lot quicker. A lot quicker.
What else do you need?
I need a magnetic tray. And what I do is I take off all the ones there, and then I'll loosen these ones, the next ones here. Just about loose. That way when you crack it, it doesn't just go everywhere.
It might be stay.
I'll be now.
Shall we on?
I got no problem changing it out. And like I said, I really, there's got to be a filter in this thing, right? Never owned anything this old. My oldest one was a 66, so. Hopefully you guys can hear good too, because I got the fan going over here. Probably pretty good. Alright, bugger. There is a damn filter. Oh. I didn't want that to happen. There is a damn filter in here. I knew there was. Pretty dirty. Magnet doesn't have any real hardcore flakes on it. It just looks dirty at the bottom. I don't think it's that bad. I've definitely seen some a lot worse ones. But that does look like a filter. After messaging Liberty, he has told us that this is a reusable filter, that you just got to clean it out. So apparently there's this one flathead screw right here on the side. Hopefully I can get it out. I need a better screwdriver, son. See the finger? Yep. I don't know if that's some kind of a seal or what. God only knows where it would have come from. But this is the filter. Hold on, let me drain this out a little bit. This is the filter. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get this stuff cleaned out. We'll get back on to this project. Alright guys, I went around on all these zerks, or grease fittings as some people call them, and I've cleaned them up really good, getting all the crap off them. And now I'm going to try and put some grease in them. Brent's on the other side over here cleaning them up. He doesn't like me right now with the job. Do you, Brent? So let's see if we can get any grease to be taken out of these. And now with it sitting as long as it has, I want to run some grease out and get that crap out. I mean, look, it's coming out of here already. So that's telling me that there isn't any grease in this thing. I wish there was another one for the top, but I guess there isn't. There we go. So I'll come back in a couple minutes and clean that one up. We'll move on to the next one here. Sorry for the angles here, guys. It's kind of hard to show you everything because we're under the car. And all I have for a light is this big one, and it's just blinding me. It's probably blinding you guys too. So we're gonna go ahead and grease all these fittings. As you see, we're gonna grease all the fittings, and we'll bring you back.
Now you are.
All right. So, like I told you guys, we're gonna just pop off this cap, this dust shield, and see if there's any grease in here. I know Rich did this quite a few years ago, and well, I just want to do preventative maintenance if we can. So,
What the heck?
yeah, I think I'm gonna. Go ahead and open this up and see what everything looks like. I got to get to the brakes anyhow, so that's what I'm going to do. So after you get the dust shield off, the dust cap, whatever the hell you want to call it, there's a cotter pin. So like I said, cotter pin comes off next. And then there's the axle nut that comes after. This one wasn't tight in any way. It's okay. We'll make sure that it's got a preload on it. The bearings do next time. And there should be a washer. Comes out, and right behind that is your bearing. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. We'll check those bearings here in a little bit. We're probably going to clean them and put them back in. It's probably going to be what we do. We will see in just a moment. But after all that, this should come off fairly easy. You want to be careful. There's a seal on the other side of that hub. There's plenty of grease in there. Doesn't look terrible. You may not have to reseal it after all. Everything looks pretty copacetic in here. I don't see any leaking with the wheel cylinders. Now, just because I do it this way doesn't mean that it's 100% correct. It's just the way that I do it. So guys, I'm pretty satisfied with what's going on in here. I don't see anything that's alarming. I think Rich did just a fine job. We've got our high temp grease we're going to put on. I always put a nice layer of this right on the spindle. I always have a pair of gloves, but I don't today. When I really like using gloves is when I'm doing brakes, which we are doing, so brake lines. But I don't have any gloves today. And I don't know if you guys have seen the price of gloves, but I am not paying it. Not gonna happen, Brent. Not gonna happen. Like I said, these bearings look just fine. These seals look just fine. Everything's pretty new. We just got to put a preload on the bearing. When you go in, you want to make sure you're not slapping it all over the place and putting added weight on that seal. And then, if you can see, this is keyed, only goes on one way. That washer does. But the first thing you gotta do is you gotta get this bearing just set in there. Just like so. And like I said, it's called a keyway basically. Only one way this washer can go on, just like so. I want everything to be nice and cleaned up. I'm just gonna clean the that a little bit there. Not a huge fan of the way it kind of look dirty, like you got some shit in the crown here, but it's gonna take nothing just to clean that out. That looks a little better. You definitely don't want any dirt in here. That could be very bad for the bearings. Then you're going to hand tighten this on. And this is how I do it. I don't know if it's the right way, but this is the way that I set the preload on a wheel bearing. So I take and grab the tire. I need 2 lug nuts and the impact gun. Yep. Okay, so Brent.
What?
Maybe I can use these. All right, so this is what I do. I normally find a socket, but pretend like we don't have one, right? So what I do is, while spinning it, I will put a load on the bearing, just till it gets kind of snug, all right? And then I will spin it a little more, going the opposite way, and tighten it a little more. And then I will back it off, spin it, answer the phone call that's interrupting us. Not going to answer it because it's not important. So then I will spin the tire, tighten it down just ever a little bit. Keep spinning the tire. Nice and smooth that way, the other way. Pretty good. No wheel bearing play. We do have a small amount side to side. Nothing up and down. No bearing. So I'm going to lock that down. That's plenty tight. You put your cotter pin back in. You bend it back around. Do the hokey pokey. No. And you grab your grease cap, your dust cap. You want to clean it up pretty good. She wasn't really seated on there very well. And that's probably because all the crap that was on here. Now I'm not giving crap. I'm not giving shit to Rich there. He's a good guy. When he did all this work, it was 0 below, and unfortunately, he wasn't doing too well health-wise. So I don't blame any of this crap on him, because if you ever done brakes or anything outside 0 below, you're bound to mess up a little bit, right? So who cares? It's not like I wasn't going to check this anyhow. That's cool. I didn't need those. So then I'm going to take a pile of grease, a little bit more. And that's what I do. I put the cap back on, a little bit of grease and crap's going to come out. Brent, did you ever give me that hammer? Ah, I didn't want the hammer then. This is a multi-use. Anything can be a hammer as long as you guys believe. There you go. Now Brittany's calling. Brittany! Stop! We're recording here. Brittany, we're recording.
I'm sorry.
Are you sorry, Brittany?
Huh?
Are you sorry, Brittany?
I am sorry.
Well, don't tell me, tell the viewers.
Hi, viewers. Sorry.
All right, guys. So that's all I do to put a preload on the bearings. Like I said, no up and down, a little bit of side to side. Not going to worry about it. We're going to pop this tire back off because these are not going back on. Get out of here! You're not wanted here! Alright, so I'm gonna go do the other side and we'll get back with you in a minute. And unfortunately, everybody, this is why we check things, because shit happens. You can see in here, trying to get a good angle for you, but this wheel cylinder is leaking. We will have to source one, so let me see what we can do there. Alright guys, so in the ride the other day, not sure if anybody heard or not, but we had a lot of bumpity bump noises. Pretty sure that's it. So we're going to replace those. We got Brent doing the other side. He was doing it until I grabbed his tool. Now I have his tools over here. You sure there's a 13 over here? Yeah, maybe this. Come off.
Wrong bolt.
It just goes back together the way you took it apart from the package normally, but something like this, Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. We've got a lot more coming, so please stay tuned. Hopefully everybody's enjoying what we're doing. It's just so awesome to see this vehicle that's been sitting for, if I had to guess, probably 20 years total. You know, come back to life. And man, I tell you, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of freaking work. But I keep holding out that we're going to make it to this car show, and that, you know, people are going to love it, and that it's going to serve more than just that. You know, it's bringing my family together even more. I mean, you saw the last video of Bob and Brittany and Brent, and we all love this vehicle so much. And, you know, that's what it's all about. That's what it is all about in the end, is family. So we're going to wrap it up here. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Yahoo, at yahoo.com there. That's our email. And, you know, check out some older videos, guys. I mean, we have a lot of videos you guys can check back, and, you know, there's something for everybody. So remember, like, share, and subscribe, or don't.